Let us start with the operational amplifier with the negative feedback. So in the previous sessions, we studied the diagram will be like this. I hope you might remember. So this will be your amplifier. Then this will be your mixer circuit. Then we have the feedback circuit. So a feedback circuit will be connected over there. This is your output V0. Then this will be your PF. It depends upon how we are going to connect, whether minus or plus. So if it is, this is the minus, then this will be negative feedback. Then this will be your Vs. Then this is Va. But we have not studied what will be in this actually. As we said, the beta, this normally it will be a passive components that we know very clearly. Normally, the feedback circuit will consist of passive components. But what about this amplifier circuit? Which amplifier will be there? It can be a BJT amplifier, it can be a FET amplifier, or it can be an operational amplifier. So that is what we are going to study. We are going to consider the place of A like the op amp. So that only we are going to study here. This will be your op amp. Normally, what is the application of op amp? That is the operational amplifier we are saying. What operation it will do? Now in the earlier times, normally what they will do in the sense like if you want to perform some any mathematical operations, say the summing, there is addition, subtraction, the differentiation, integration for the analog signals, it is so they found the circuit, this is the circuit actually will perform those mathematical operations. That is our applications we can say. So the applications are like the one of the application will be that. Next, normally the operational amplifier, as you know that in your lab, so it's as how many terminal? It is like 8 terminal actually, but we are not going to show all the terminals here. So just this operational amplifier, the symbol will be this. Then it has the 2 input terminal, then 1 output terminal with the supply. So this is plus VCC, then this will be your minus VP, then this will be your V0, then this will be your plus, this is the minus. Where I can define as this is V1, this I will say V2. Now the V1, it's a plus. So if it is a plus, I will say this is nothing but I can say it is a inverting terminal. So I can say the V2 is, sorry, it is a non-inverting terminal. So this will be a inverting terminal. Normally, what is the output? The V0 it will produce. The output will be like the V0 will be, as I said, what is this? This is the amplifier which has the gain of A. So we need to study about what are the ideal characteristics of the operational amplifier. So now the one more thing I will say here, V1 and V2, these things like I will say, I want to put something like this is V1 and V2, I will define as PID, that is input differential voltage. So from this, I can say the V0 is equal to the difference of the input voltage, that is V1 and V2, the difference that will be multiplied with the gain actually. So I can say A into V1 minus V2. So the amplified the output. So what is the operation amplifier? Which will amplify the difference of two inputs. That is what we can say operation amplifier. Specifically, it will have the difference of differential that is why you get differential amplifier. So inside so many stages will be there actually. Inside if we see in the internal block diagram of operational amplifier. So now we are having the non-inverting and the inverting. Two input terminals are there. So it is convenient for us. We can use either any one of the terminal. Also, here we need to know something like what are the ideal characteristics we need to know here. So when the op amp is ideal case, if you are considering ideal, means ideal op amp, I can say, not a practical op amp. Okay. So now ideal characteristics in the sense the voltage gain. The first one is I can say with the voltage gain, we can specify as AV. That is, when I talk in theoretically, that is, I can say it is very normally I can say infinity. Theoretically, if I say the AV is infinity, in practically, if I want to say that is very high. Okay, very high. So like it's about minimum, like example, like 10 to the power 5. AV, that is a voltage gain, is very, very high. Okay. The second, what is I can say? That is the input impedance. That is I can call ZI or ZN. Input impedance is infinity. In theoretically, same, I can say very high. Input impedance also very high. So impedance in the sense is like it's a call, it have the components of reactance, or I can say input resistance, that is R in. R in is very, very high. That is RI, I can say. Next, output impedance, that is Z out. So what will be the Z out? So normally the output impedance will be zero. In theoretically, I can say zero. In practically, if you want to say, I will say as low. See, very, very important. That is the much difference for theoretical and identical. So whichever the value here specified, this is for theoretical. In the bracket which I'm showing, that is for practical actually. Next, the fourth one, the important is nothing but I can say the bandwidth. The bandwidth is nothing but simply I can say it is a infinity. Then common mode rejection ratio, that is common mode gain. Common mode gain will be 0. So these are the some ideal characteristics of the operational amplifier. Let us see how this will work. Then only we'll get the proper output in the differential amplifier. Okay, let me see. Okay, so let us consider the operation amplifier. Uh, this is plus, this is minus, this will be your V naught. Now you should think two terminals are there. I need to give the input any one of the terminal, inverting terminal or non-inverting terminal. So just let me explain. So what we'll get if I are giving the output input in the any one of the terminal. So first what I will do, I will give the input in the non-inverting terminal, that is the plus. Okay, so if you are giving the input in the non-inverting terminal, so remember non-inverting, that is V1, then the inverting terminal we need to make it short. So now what will be that your output actually V naught, this is as we know that, as you know, see, this is V1, right? The node, this is node is V2. So your output is actually what will be, sorry, what will be your expression actually? V naught is equal to A into V1 minus V2. So what I'll get, A into V1 minus the V2 is 0 actually. So the output will be A into V1. So I can call this is instead of 1, I will say this is in. So this is V naught, this is Vi, I'll say. So simple, I can say the gain is nothing but V naught by Vi is equal to gain. So very simple. From this, we can summarize the gain of the operation amplifier is the ratio of the output voltage to the input voltage. So now, same the way, if you are considering the another one more, like let me consider in this way. Okay, as I said, plus, minus, this will be your V naught, right? So now I'm going to consider. So here I'm not showing the how we will get output, right? See the input you are giving like this. input. That is the first, right? So the output I will receive as, I get like this. So the output will be in phase of 180 degree. That means the output will not be non-inverting. Only will get the amplified version only I will get. So simple example I want to say here. Let me consider here. Uh, let us consider A is equal to gain is 1000. Example. Okay, you consider the gain is 1000. So now what is the input I am having? P in, you think about, example, think about 1 volt example. If the V in is equal to 1 volt, A is 1000 in the sense, then what is your V naught? The V naught is equal to A into V in. So A is 1000 into 1. 1000 into 1, that will be 1000. Do you think you will get the 1000 volt as output? No, the output is wrong. We won't get 1000. Why? The reason is, what is the supply voltage will give? Say example, I am not shown that supply voltage. So plus VCC and minus VCC. That is nothing but it is 15 volt. This will be, sorry, this is plus 15 volt. This is minus 15 volt. So your output voltage will be suppressed by the supply voltage. Means the output voltage will not go beyond the supply voltage. The maximum will be less than 15 only. It won't go beyond. Then what will happen? After 15 volt, the output will be like a, you may get like this. See example, this is the waveform. Okay. This will be your V in. This will be your V naught. What happened when the input is increases, output also will get increased. So example, I will say this is the portion is like 15. Example, I'm saying this is 15. Okay. So up to this portion, here, what will get up to that place means up to here will get output will get increase voltage. After that, what happened? That will be saturation. See, this is what we can say. This will be saturated. This is for positive. Same the way for even negative also, I will get like this. For negative voltage input will give, next will be saturate. This is the ideal, the characteristics of operational amplifier. Now you may think, okay, then what I should go? Instead of 1 volt, you try to give, instead of this, you give 1 millivolt as input. Now what will happen if it is a 1 millivolt? So same the way, V naught is equal to 1000 into 1 millivolt. So how much I'll get? We'll get as 1000 millivolt I'll get. So 1000 millivolt in the sense, what will be your output actually? It is nothing but mainly 10 to the power of minus 3, that is equal output is I'll get, most I will get as 1 volt I'll get. So output will be 1 volt. So you can see there is a minimum volt here. The input I gave in terms of millivolt, but I got the output as in terms of volt. Means what happened? Your output increases the input by 1000 times. That is the meaning of 1000 times of your input will be your output. That is for the amplified version, I can say. This is the input we given in the non-inverting terminal. Next, I will give the input in the inverting terminal. So for to perform in the inverting terminal, what you have to do, you have to give the input in the inverting terminal. So make the non-inverting terminal shorted, that is grounded. So I will give the input. This is Vi now, or I can say V2. This is nothing but your V naught. So what is V naught now? V naught is equal to V1 minus V2 into A. So we'll get us A into V1. This is V1, right? V1 is 0 minus V2. So we'll get minus A into V2, that is V naught. So what is the gain here? Where the gain is, or I'll get us where gain is minus V0 by V2. Now here you see what is the output. This is gain, not minus. Don't think this minus. Okay. See, output voltage minus A into V2. Always A, the gain is constant. Gain is a constant actually. V2, you see, this minus indicates the output is out phase with 180 degree. Means I'm going to give the input as like this. Input is this small input. Okay. What will be your output? Output will be like this. So will be out phase. But you see in the both the diagram, I'm not given the feedback. There is no feedback connected over that. Just it is like open only, open loop gain, I can say everything. So we got the output will be in this way. So simple, even small voltage you apply MV, that is a millivolt, 1 millivolt as V2. You apply, then what will be your output? Output will be same. V0 is equal to minus A, where the A is same value will take, that is nothing but 1000. Example, if it is 1000, then your V0 will be what? Minus A times, that is 1000 times of your input 1 millivolt. So V0 will be minus 1 volt. So minus 1 volt means like output, whatever the output we got here, same output will get, but in the inverted fashion. That is what they given the input in inverting terminal. This is the two things we need to remember. That is so always you have to keep it in mind because later we are going to study this only. So now in this, then one more thing we need to study here, very important concept. The name of the concept is virtual ground, because in your operational amplifier, the virtual ground concept is one of the very, very important concept. Without knowing this, we cannot perform any numericals. Okay, so what I will do, let me consider the operation amplifier minus plus. This is V0. Okay, so this will be your V1. This is V2. Now you assume like this portion here inside. Okay, so this will be your VID. Example, this is VID. Okay, you assume as like this. Now you consider this is I1. You consider this is I2. That is like the current. Okay. Now we need to say what will be the virtual concept. So example, the node at this voltage V1 and V2. Let us consider the expression V0 is equal to A into V1 minus V2. Okay. So now from the ideal characteristics or what I'm going to do in the sense, so the question will be like this. So the operational amplifier, the output will be 1 volt, or you can say A into V1 minus V2. Simple. Okay, okay, fine. So now what I will do here, let me say what will be the virtual concept we need to know, right? So for that, what I will do, let me apply this current. What is this current? I1. Normally, as per the Ohm's law, what it will be? I1 is equal to, as per the Ohm's law, V1 divided by R in. Okay, so now I can say the concept of your ideal character. What is the R in actually? The R in will be R. I will say something like this. Okay, so this is the one thing where we know that the R in is very, very high, means theoretically it is infinity. So what is that? V1 by R in, it is infinity. Then what will be? This is 0. So always we can say the current here will be 0 only actually. So the current will not go over this. So I1 as the I2 current will be 0. Next, virtual ground. See example. Okay. Now we'll see in this, from this concept, like V1 minus V2 is equal to V0 by A. So now I will say where since we know that what is A is gain. The gain is very, very high. I'll say A is equal to infinity in the theoretical part. So V1 minus V2 is equal to V0 by infinity. That will be is equal to 0. So V1 minus V2 is equal to 0. Then what I can say, V1 will be approximately is equal to V2. But you think here I'm saying A is infinity, I said, but V in the sense it is very, very high in the sense V1 minus V2 have very, very less value will be there. So if I want to say example, let me take example. Okay. Let me take example. So A is 1000. Okay. Example, A is very, very high. A is 1000 or 10,000 example. Then you consider what the V out will get in the sense 1 volt you are getting. Then what will be my input voltage? That is what is V1. So to find this, what I will do, we know the formula that is V naught by V in, right? Is equal to, that is we need to find out VI. So VI is equal to, VI will be is equal to V naught by A. They given the V naught is nothing but 1 volt. The A is 10,000. So what will be your VI now? The VI is nothing but 0.0001 volt we may get. So your input voltage is very, very small. VI is very, very small. If the VI is very, very small, we can go over there. Okay. If the VI is very, very small, then what will happen? That will be considered as approximately is equal to 0 only. So that is why you can say that is why here we got V1 minus V2 will be 0. So what is the voltage at this, like at this terminal? The same voltage we get at this terminal also. That is we can call virtual ground, means this is connected by virtually it is grounded. So it's very, very simple. No need to find out the voltage at node V1 and V2. If we found any one node, that will be easy. Say example, if the V2 node is connected to grounded, example, say example, I will say here, this is plus, this is minus. If this is connected to 0, sorry, this is connected to 0, then very, very simple. This is V1 in the sense, this is 0, right? Then what is the node at V1? That also will be 0 only. So very simple. So when you're going for any numerical, so you need to remember this concept. So now next, what we'll do, let us study about the op-amp equivalent circuit. Op-amp equivalent circuit, because this is a simple op-amp only basic. Now we have to see what is the equivalence means the internally, because whatever we consider so many things, right? So let me put the equivalent circuit. Okay, see now let me draw now. This will be your V naught. So this will be your plus VCC. Then this will be your minus VEE. Then this will be your plus, this will be your minus, means this is V1, this is V2. Then the difference, this I can say VID. So now here this will be like a plus minus this will be Ri, means the input resistance. And now here we have this will be your, this is your R naught. This is R naught. Then what about this? This will be your A into VID. This is in small signal model, no? We'll describe the same thing only. AVID. Okay. So I can say here the current which enters here. What is this current here? That is I1. I1 will be 0. Yes. What about this current? That is I2 also will be 0. See, this will block, the current will not go output side actually, because there is no feedback, right? There is no feedback over there. This is R naught. So now from this I can say A into VID. That is simple. I can write as A into VID is nothing but what? V1 minus V2. Actually, that is this one. R naught is nothing but your output resistance. So from this, I can say the V naught is equal to A into VID. That is the output. Now from this, I can say what is A? Let me write. So A is nothing but, from this we have to write, where A is nothing but large signal voltage gain, where A is nothing but large signal voltage gain, that is A. Then we should know what is VID. What is VID now? Where the VID is nothing but difference input voltage difference input voltage. Then V1 and V2, that we know very well. So V1 is nothing but the input at non-inverting terminal, that is a voltage at a non-inverting terminal. The V2 is nothing but the voltage at inverting terminal. So these are the terms we need to say. Then next term is nothing but what? That is Ri and R naught. Ri and R naught. That is nothing but input and output impedance. So now we know that the ideal voltage transfer curve for this, I think we know that ideal transfer curve. So how will get the ideal transfer curve now? So that is nothing but, so as we said, this will be your VID. Okay, this is your VID. This will be your output V naught. Then this will be your minus VID. Then this will be your minus V naught. So how will get the output? So the output will get as nothing but simple, for the input get increases up to 1 point. Then what will happen? It will saturate. That is saturation. Same the way, even negative also, it will get increased. Then after one particular point, saturate. So we need to know what is this portion, right? So this is nothing but I can say plus VCC. This will be your minus VE. So from this diagram only we can say your output voltage will not exceed beyond the VCC, right? Or positive or negative saturation level. Up to here only we'll get the output. So here this will be your max. This will be your input max. I can say VI max. This is VI max. This is VI max, the maximum input I can give. So then that operational amplifier, the ideal operational amplifier, you try to simulate and check what will happen when you give the sinusoidal waveform, you give more voltage, like what happened, the output will get a square wave. You can try and check in the operational amplifier because it will be saturated actually. Just you can try when it will get saturated, easily you can check it. So this is nothing but the simple operation amplifier, the introduction. So what we need to do in the next class, so we have to study about so in the next class, what we'll do, so let us study about like we are going to study about same the feedback what we studied. So those things only we are going to study in the sense like voltage series feedback and the voltage shunt feedback only we are going to study. The next class we'll study about that how it has to be done. So because the previous classes and all, we consider the simple amplifier gain with the help of that block, we done some derivations. Now what we need to do, we need to consider in the amplifier that it's the operation amplifier, then the feedback will have some passive elements. So with the help of that, we have to calculate again same like the feedback gain, the input resistance, output resistance, and the bandwidth. So these four quantities we are going to calculate for the voltage series feedback amplifier, and the second one is a voltage shunt feedback amplifier. Then some of the applications and all we are going to study.